In the mid-'80s, my mom was a cleaner in Australia. She would do clean houses in suburban areas and would sometimes do houses in rural wine regions. We lived near both. She would leave business cards at the local shops and got most of her business that way, and some through referrals and word of mouth. One day she got a call from a lady who sounded like she was around 60, asking my mom to clean her old farmhouse. She made a lot of odd demands, and my mom would usually meet clients before taking on new business. In this case, the lady did not want to meet my mom, and she said she would leave the keys under the front doormat. Mom agreed, mainly because the lady was quite obviously wealthy and was offering to pay my mom substantially more than she would reasonably expect. Mom went to the house on a Monday morning, and she said she felt very unnerved by the long driveway. The house was essentially in the middle of a large and empty property. She found the keys and started cleaning. About an hour in the clean, she hears the back door shut. Mom was told no one would be at the house, so she immediately felt unsafe. She stood frozen in the kitchen for what felt like 3 to 4 minutes, although she said it could have been much longer. There were no other cars on the property. She wanted to leave immediately, but the 2 rooms were left to do. Both were bedrooms. She said as time passed, she heard nothing else. She decided that perhaps it was nothing, or perhaps something had fallen and it wasn't the door after all. She walked up the hallway and stepped into the bedroom. All over the bed were black and white photos. As Mom got closer, she realized the photos were all of her. Some were taken at our family home, and others were taken at other houses my mom would clean, some through windows or over fences. She used the house phone to call the police and immediately drove to the end of the driveway. The lady ended up being investigated but continued to claim there was a break-in. After some time, the police stopped searching, and we ended up moving to a new town 4 months later. Every time my mom tells me the story, I get serious chills. Absolutely a true story, too. To this day, my mom thinks that lady had something to do with it. But why? And for what purpose? Any theories? Leave them in the comment section below. A buddy picked me up to go to a couple bars, have a few drinks and whatnot. Everything was fine. I had a nice little drunk going on. Around 11 p.m., I went outside to smoke. Then, boom, I woke up in my house in my bed the following morning. I don't recall ever leaving the bar, let alone how I returned home. I had multiple missed calls from my buddy. Called him up to see what happened. He said I just disappeared. The creepy part is, after I got off the phone with him, I went to the restroom to realize some way, somehow, during the time I went MIA, I had received a haircut and someone shaved my face. Weird. Well, I do my business only to realize that my man parts had been groomed as well, with expert precision, I must add. Not a missed hair, nick, or cut. Still to this day, don't know what happened. But upon sharing the story with other friends, I was spotted at other bars throughout the night, pre-haircut, and alone.